And we're on. Welcome, folks. This is Mike, the Ashamed Canadian. Today is June the 18th, 2021. And it's been a different kind of a day. I got a message from my cousin that one of my favorite aunts died a couple of weeks ago, and her funeral is on Monday. And I was going to go. I really was. I was going to go. Bow Hunter. How are you, brother? Okay. So I was going to go to her funeral. A few of the guys in on the other panels and that, people were going to help me financially to get down there to her funeral. It was getting to be a bit of a crazy few days. I had a seizure yesterday. Been in pretty bad health, and my PTSD has been not quite under control lately. So I had to go for a walk today, and while I was out, a friend of mine helped me out, and so I was able to give myself some. He actually went and bought it for me, so I'm grateful for that. And but the people that were going to help me financially to get there, I want to thank you for even suggesting it. But when I went for my walk today, I was using their phone, and I put my chip in it in case something happened. I had a phone to use. So I got a phone call from my cousin again, and saying that two of my sisters don't want me at the funeral. Now, they did this at my dad's funeral too a couple of years ago to me. I wasn't allowed to go to my own father's funeral, and it was in Halifax, and I was in Halifax. I just didn't have the transportation to get out there, and there was no buses that go out there or anything like that where the funeral was going to be held. My sister was promised me that she would come pick me up and everything, and I waited and waited and waited and waited, and it would have cost $60 alone just in a cab to get out there. And I don't have that kind of money, and I didn't have that kind of money at the time either. And she wouldn't. I got a call, and she said, "You're not coming. We don't want you there, so I'm not coming to pick you up." And this was about 30 minutes before the funeral. And it's like, you bitch. So they don't want me at my aunt's funeral now. To save a lot of arguments and headaches and stress and bullshit, and probably wind up in jail. I'm just flowers or something like that. But again, I'll send. It'll be late, but I'll send a card and some flowers. I'm on the internet. Hold on a minute, folks. I'm live on the internet. Oh, yeah, I'll be out in a bit. Sorry, folks, but trying. I just get interrupted all the time. I'm just going to make this a short one tonight. So I won't be going to my aunt's funeral. So that sort of really pissed me off today. And the only good thing that I know of that's coming up is tomorrow, on the 19th of Saturday, July 19th, my granddaughter turns 15. And I look at her picture every day. I get different pictures from her grandmother all the time, my ex. Peanuts. But I look at her all the time, and I can't believe how much of a beautiful young lady she's turned into. I'm glad she looks nothing like me. But that's about one of the happiest things that I got going. That, and so she turns 15 on the 19th of tomorrow, the 19th of June, and my youngest son turns 31 on July the 8th. I get pictures from him all the time. We don't talk. And it's been a rough relationship between me and my ex and my son. No matter what he says to me, though, he can call me whatever he wants. All I know is I'm his father, and I'll love him till the day I die. So I'm just gonna put this out there that I will not be going to the funeral. There is other things that I need help with, and I just don't like asking for them. People know what I live on down here, and it's impossible to live down here. But I thought this was going to be a longer one tonight. One other thing is that I've had people from different parts of the world asking me to do a show on what they do. Now, I'm not that much of a religious person. I don't go by any single denomination when it comes to religion. I believe what I believe. I took a year of ministry school, and I've worked out in the field with different social service agencies and Christian organizations and that all across Canada. So I have my own beliefs. They're not bad beliefs as far as I know. Go by the 10 Commandments. If you can help somebody, help somebody. If you can't, try and at least show them a way that they can get help or something. If you see somebody on the ground, check and see if they're okay. I've had seizures, and I've fallen in the middle of fucking streets, and people just walk over me or walk around me. And this is in downtown Halifax. It's happened here in Moncton. People would I was out on the sidewalk for about 5 minutes, they said, and people were just walking around me. They were on their phone and shit like that. They would just walk by, they said. So if you see somebody, at least check on them and see if they're okay. And that's the way I think it is. If you can help somebody, help somebody. If not, refer them to somebody that can help them. There are people out there that there's not enough help out there for them, unfortunately. And that's due to the mental health cuts in Canada. When they there's a lot of people that need to be in supportive housing. And when they released a lot of people from the mental institutions that were, as long as they stay on their medication, that they're fine, they would kick them out. And that's what emptied out a lot of the hospitals in Canada, the psychiatric hospitals and that. And when they left there, where did they go? A lot of them had no place to go. So what they did is it ended up flooding the shelter systems and putting a big strain on it. And then it puts a big strain on policing and that too, because now you're dealing with a lot of mental health issues and that police aren't trained for, period. We already know that. And to this day, after so many people, police are not trained to deal with mental health issues, period. A lot of police have mental health issues. Just look at Glendale, Arizona right now. They had a cop that literally pulled down the guy's shorts and tased his balls. And he was a passenger in a car all over a fake traffic violation, saying that they didn't signal when they turned in. Stop. All over that, and he wouldn't give his ID because he didn't have to. Glendale, Arizona. Arizona has that law pretty much the same as Texas, where if you're a passenger in a vehicle and they're being pulled over for a traffic violation, you do not have to identify yourself. You do not have to give ID, period. It's the law down there. It's the law here in Canada too, just that a lot of people, as soon as the cop asks them for their ID, they just up and give it to them. They don't know that they don't have to give it to them, because all they're doing is they're searching for something. And police aren't there to search for crime. If they see something or somebody reports it, they were there to respond to it. And that's what the police are there for. Other than that, they make their presence known by driving up and down the streets and that, and, maybe getting out of the car and starting to talk to people and being more professional. Take off those flak vests and stop making it look like you're in the army. You don't need all that fucking gear on. You don't need a big fucking vest. You don't need 4 clips plus the ones that are in your guns. You don't need all this bullshit on you. Yes, you can have that vest and have it all loaded and everything with all the extra material that you need, and you have it in your car in case of an incident that you're being called to. But in the general public, just to walk up to, say, a disturbance call or something like that at a post office, you don't need military-style cops coming up there, even though those city cops don't have jurisdiction on postal property in the States. But here in Canada, it's the RCMP that have jurisdiction on all government buildings. And we have the same video laws in Canada as they do in the States. It's pretty much identical. We're allowed to go into a post office. We're allowed to go into government buildings that are publicly accessible. We're allowed to go into city halls. The only thing that here in New Brunswick is, for some reason, at least in Moncton, you're not allowed to record anywhere in the courthouse. You cannot come in with a camera or anything. If you have a cell phone, if you turn your camera on, you can be charged. And don't ask me what the charge is, but you can be charged for taking pictures inside of the Moncton City Courthouse. So other than that, we have the same laws when it comes to photography as the States. If you're in public, you can take pictures of whatever you want. You see a nice house, you see a front yard that's really nice, and if you're into landscaping and you want to take a picture of that house, you have the right, as long as you're standing on public property. If you see a business Maybe you're walking down the street and you see something that you like, some kind of business. Maybe you're into sport, biking and that, and you see a bike shop. So you go over and you start filming around it. As long as you're outside, they cannot say anything. Now, the best thing I'm telling you, and I hope this gets out to business owners all across North America, if you really, really want this to stop, with people coming all the time and recording you because you're acting up and that, why don't you make yourself more transparent? I'm going to try and do a couple of places in the industrial park here in over the summer. I'm going to try. I can't guarantee anything, but I want to. There's a couple of places there that I'd like to audit, and my goal is that if I'm outside on public property and I'm filming and narrating into the camera and that, and I'm doing my business on public property and I'm filming this business. Now, the best thing they can do is if they were to come up to me and say, well, can I ask you what you're doing? I'll be more than willing to tell them exactly what I'm doing. They can start barking orders and stuff like that. Then, out comes, I'll make sure that I catch it all on camera as much as can. But the best thing if they were to do, and this, I really want business owners and to put this into their employees. If you're not like a high secure building or something like that, or a major construction site where hard hats and safety boots and stuff like that need to be worn. But if you're a business that's open to the public and you see somebody with a camera, even if you're not really open to the public, but you serve the public, say you're like Irving Oil Home Heating or something like that, and you see somebody out there, the best thing that you guys could do is, instead of coming barking orders, say, hello, is there anything I can do for you? And if you're polite, the auditor will be polite to you. Now, if you were to say, well, maybe you would like a tour of the place, or I can show you around and let you come in and take pictures and stuff like that of what we do. There's some places that you won't be able to go. And, if they come out like that and start saying, well, come on in, let me show you what we do here, that's good advertising. You cannot pay enough to have good advertising like that. When you're open and you let people come in and put it out there to show how professional you are and how transparent you are and how courteous you are. And with those three things, your business will thrive. But if you start going out there and start yelling, you're not allowed to take my picture, you cannot film here, this is all private property and blah, 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 you're going to have a lot of people come to you. You're going to have a lot of people with cameras out on you at any given point. You could be doing a delivery and a guy could recognize you and he'll start recording you on a delivery. This will happen, and people will see the type of employees and business that you run, and it'll evaluate whether they want to keep doing business with you. So remember that. Let's do a quick update on who's here. We have Bo Hunter Auditing, Citizen Not, Melvin, and New Guru. What's up, my people? I'm glad you stopped by. This is like I said, it's gonna be a short one. Yeah, if you business owners if you see people that are auditing, you got to know that they're auditing. They're coming out with, you know, even if it's just a cell phone to, like, some of the auditors, they'll use just a cell phone. Other auditors will come, like Furry Potato, will have fucking two 360 cameras, a body camera, a fucking helmet camera, fucking a big Canon camera, plus, you know, or two phones, and it being live. And, you know, when shit like that happens, it goes to show that, now, don't get me wrong, people. I like Furry Potato. I have a problem with some of the ways that she does things, but, you know, it may be, they may say that it's an instigative reporting, but it's not. Because what it is it's putting people to the test of what they're like when a situation arises that they don't like and how they handle it. And if you're not handling it properly, then maybe you shouldn't be in that position. So, you know, when customers start leaving your businesses, it's going to hurt you financially. And what it winds up is that person that actually caused the problem maybe a year ago, and now you find out that you've lost customers because of what happened at a certain incident and that. But it took almost a year to figure out that, you know, that person hurt my business now. What do you do? Now that person's out of a job is what's going to happen. So we don't want to see people lose their jobs. We want to see people keep their jobs. We want more people to get jobs. Okay? We want people off the street. There's too many homeless people on the street. Okay? So we want shit like that. We don't want confrontation. Furry Potato didn't want to get shot by a security guard on the sidewalk in front of a fucking synagogue, but she did. You know, and this is what happens. Look at what happened last night on my live stream. I had some guy, Dan L, calling my channel racist and that it needs more diversity. Well, how much more diversity can I give you? I have a certain agenda. Okay? It's cop watching and cop and government accountability. Okay? Now, in the coming weeks, because people from all over the world have been asking if I would do a show with them, I had a lady again just today email me and ask me if I could do something to help her out just by doing a show for her and letting people know what's happening in Pakistan and how her and her husband are helping all these children during this crisis and everything that's going on. So I'm working on doing a little bit different every once in a while. It's sort of like my Facebook group, News Now Canada. I post a lot of stuff that happens. I post a lot of links to from YouTube onto my channel to get it out to the people that I have on my channel that may not be on YouTube. So I post it, I share it is what I'm doing. That's what that share button's for there. And I don't care. You can chop, you know, you can use portions of my videos. You can share my videos. You can rebroadcast any of my videos. I give you 100% permission to do that. Unless you're doing it in a fucking negative way. Like doing porn bombs or fucking putting words in my mouth or something like that. Yes, yeah, might be coming on, boys. Same short one tonight. Are you tired? Yeah. And unfortunately, I can't bring anybody up on the way that I do this right now. I'm just using the Facebook or YouTube Live right now. I'm not using StreamYard. Every time I go on StreamYard, I have problems. So until I'm able to get those problems fixed, this is the only way that I can really do it. I will be remedying that very soon. It's really starting to bother me, so I am going to remedy this situation very quickly. So I will put out a video like this and let people know that I will, once I get everything fixed up and that, I'll let people know, and I'll be able to have people up on the show. I'm still, because of the delay and stuff like that, between emails, and there was some personal problems and stuff like that. Three Scotch Inn will still be doing a quick show with me. But again, I have to work out these details with my computer and everything and make sure that that's all up and working properly. And then there's also a couple other people that been asking to come up also. So, but I would really like to cover this story that's happening in Pakistan right now, because it's got to do with children, and a lot of them have lost their parents, and they're dealing with this through this crisis and everything. So it kind of touches my heart a bit. I don't like to see people suffer. So it's going to be a little bit of a different show. So going a little bit different way, but hell, you never know. It may work out for the better for me. I don't know, but I will not give up activism. I've been doing this for too long that I won't give it up. But until then, like I said, I was going to make this a short one. Looking at 28 minutes now. I may do another one later on tonight. I'm not sure. But if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And remember, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that Liberty bell. And I do have some interesting things coming up. So until then, you got to put up a boring shit like this and just bringing up an announcement and looking at a face for radio. So until the next time, folks, stay well, and I will see you on the other side.